Jonathan Joestar is terribly misunderstood. He's a lot of people's least favorite Joestar, and it's mostly for his mild-mannered, blandish nature, I suppose. But remember, Jonathan Joestar was created back in 1987 by manga creator Araki. This was back in a time where there was no loud, youthful, follow my dreams model protagonist. There were no emo edgelords capturing the hearts of millions at the time. Even over here in the US, comics, movies, and other media in the early years embraced this very basic idea of a hero. This mainly was for the story to serve its purpose and add much more emphasis into that. Much more of our main hero protagonists back then, they were black and white in terms of goals, ideals, and morals. There wasn't really much gray area and deeper complexity to the characters. Which brings us back to Jonathan Joestar, a morally black and white character. No gray area in his intentions. The man stands for good and what's right and does it in the right way while being the most gentleman-like he can possibly be, all while expecting nothing in return. In this day and age, we're a little spoiled when it comes to anime and the medium as a whole. Nowadays, we demand complexity in our characters. We want internal struggles and questioning of ideology. We want to know these characters that we're watching aren't perfect. We want them to be more relatable to ourselves. Jonathan Joestar is a victim of his own time. We're talking about a guy who was created in 1987 and adapted to anime in 2012. By the time Jojo's Bizarre Adventure began airing, anime watchers had been treated to the likes of Naruto, Death Note, Fate Zero, Code Geass, and even Kaiji, all of which have complex characters with ulterior motives than one another, but yet finding ourselves being able to relate to those characters in some way or another. Jonathan Joestar just doesn't bring any of those nuances with him. While Jonathan Joestar's personality may be perceived to some as bland compared to the more eccentric, flamboyant, and outlandish Jojos we've come to know in Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, there are several reasons why his straightforward and honorable nature is a positive attribute. Allow me to explain why Jonathan Joestar is terribly misunderstood. But first, a word from our sponsor. And today's video is brought to you by no one. So make sure to like and subscribe. Let's get 1,000 subscribers on this video alone. Let's get some sponsors on this video, because damn. Shout out to nobody, and shout out to all you guys watching this video, because you guys are the sponsor. And make sure to like, subscribe so we can get over there. And now, thank you for sponsoring Nothing, so Nothing can sponsor me and whatever.
I love you guys.
Jonathan's relatability is a key strength of his character, believe it or not. Again, while Jonathan may be perceived as a bland character, he's actually relatable. And Jonathan's relatability is a key strength of his character. His aspirations, his desires, and struggles are relatable to many of us, especially when we first meet him. For a privileged, wealthy child, he's pretty kind and well-mannered. He has a passion for sports, his dog, and even crushes just like the rest of us. His pursuit of love, protection of family, and the desire to stand up against evil resonates with most of us on a fundamental level. He's not some eccentric billionaire who wants to develop space programs, even if it were for the benefit of mankind. Jonathan's values are simple that any one of us, every man or every woman, can relate to. Sure, I think colonizing Mars would be cool, but it's not something I value over my family's protection and any evil or harm that may come their way. And I'm pretty sure most of you out there can agree. This relatability allows for us, the audience, to connect with him emotionally and invest in his journey. We care because we can relate. One of Jonathan's defining characteristics is his unwavering moral compass. He consistently upholds a strong sense of honor, righteousness, and integrity. His priorities are always on what's right and just, regardless of personal sacrifice or the challenges he may face. While some may perceive this as the typical protagonist archetype, it's precisely his commitment to these principles that make him an admirable and noble hero. It serves as a moral anchor within the story. Jonathan's unwavering loyalty to his loved ones and his determination to protect them resonate with me. I imagine it resonates with some of you all as well. It reinforces the importance of family bonds and personal values, something I find most of us, if not all of us, can relate to in some way. In a world filled with eccentric and over-the-top characters, Jonathan's noble and virtuous personality serves as a contrast to the much darker Dio Brando who shares the spotlight in his own story. It acts as a counterpoint. While other characters may exhibit complex personalities such as Speedwagon and unique abilities like Dio, Jonathan's simplicity and authenticity allow them to shine even brighter. His straightforwardness and unwavering sense of justice create a balance between the light and dark elements within this story, within Phantom Blood. By juxtaposing Jonathan's Jonathan's simplicity against the flamboyance of Dio and other characters alike like Speedwagon and Zappelli, Jonathan's blandness per se amplifies their distinctiveness, making the overall story and the character dynamics more dynamic and engaging. While Jonathan may start off as a seemingly simple character, in his journey throughout Phantom Blood, he shows significant growth and transformation. He learns from his experience, develops as a fighter, and becomes a more than capable and selfless hero. His journey is not only physical but psychological and emotional. He gains new perspectives and matures as a person. His character development adds depth to his initial simplicity, showing that even the most seemingly ordinary individuals like you or I can evolve and rise to greatness no matter the adversity. All it takes is the willingness to overcome. Jonathan's character and his values leave a lasting impression on Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, the series as a whole. His noble traits, sense of justice, and unwavering dedication become a foundation for future Jojos within the Joestar bloodline. If you're familiar with the later parts in the series, you come to know that each Jojo we come across has a heroic or redeeming quality about them. It's Jonathan's legacy and influence that is essentially embedded in the future protagonists, adding layers of complexity, unique traits, and their own flair while still carrying the essence of Jonathan's unwavering righteousness. Even if Jonathan Joestar is not your favorite JoJo, just remember, it was through his actions, ideals, and sacrifice that your favorite JoJo was able to exist. I really do like Jonathan Joestar, guys. I have a video on where I rank him amongst my favorite JoJos, anime only of course. I'll leave that link below. You guys can go ahead and watch it after this video. But to me, Jonathan is anything but boring and bland. In fact, he's quite the opposite, and someone I feel a lot of us can learn from and take some of these values and apply it to our own lives. Selflessness, protection of others, and the courage to do what's right. All traits that push humanity forward. Jonathan highlights the power of simplicity itself, reminding all of us that strength can come from sincerity, honor, and unwavering determination. He's a character that serves as a reminder that sometimes the most powerful and impactful heroes can be found in the simplest and most genuine of personalities. Because it's true what they say, not all heroes wear capes. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video on Jonathan Joestar, JoJo that I feel is very underlooked. And that's really because his story was so short. I believe it was 9 episodes in the anime. So short that they had to put part 1 and 2 into season 1, basically. But he's the one that started it all, and like I said earlier, no other JoJo would be around if it wasn't for him. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to subscribe to see more videos like this. Leave a like and comment down below if you like videos like this, if you'd like to see me do another Joestars deep dive into their personality, or want to see me talk about any other anime. I'm open to all suggestions, so go ahead and let me know. Make sure to check out this video over here, my thoughts on battle tendency, and again, this video over here where I rank the JoJos in the order that I just like them because. So again, thank you all for watching. Take care.